Hi everyone, welcome to another pick a card reading. Today's reading is going to be what makes you lovable. We have 5 piles to choose from. You can pause if you need to meditate on your choice, but I'm going to get right into it with pile number 1. The Tarot of the Moon Garden, what makes you lovable? Tarot of the Moon Garden, what makes you lovable? Tarot of the Moon Garden. We have the 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords reversed. So I feel like you are someone who doesn't back down from anything, and you can be a stubborn person, but I feel like this is like willful determination. I feel like this is standing firm in what you believe in, not budging, very strong, right? Sometimes it like people want to brush things under the rug and you don't let them get away with anything. So that's what makes you lovable, because you speak up whenever someone is trying to avoid conflict. But at the same time, you don't really spill the beans. You choose your battles wisely, and you have a good poker face, and you don't show your cards, right? Yeah, so the King of Swords is someone who can be a little unmerciful, actually. So you could be kind of a hard ass, but in a good way. Someone who is, you don't cross this person's boundaries, right? So you have firm expectations of people with this not letting them avoid conflict, right? And that's lovable because it shows that you value yourself enough to stand firm in what you will and won't tolerate, right? That's always lovable. Like, if you can't be firm in your boundaries, who will? Who will respect your boundaries if you can't respect them, right? So let's get more clarification. What makes you lovable? Pile number 1. One more shuffle. Ooh, that one popped out. King of Staffs. So with this energy, I feel like you don't overreact. I feel like you don't have much of an ego. I feel like you aren't much of a showman, aren't much of a flashy person. But that's what makes you lovable to others. So there are a lot of things here that seem sort of like humble brags or like underhanded compliments, but I feel like if you clicked this video, you might be in a spot where you are sort of feeling like an asshole and wanting to, you know, see what's lovable about you, because you might feel a little down on yourself for these sort of cold tendencies, right? The King of Swords is a very cold person. And with this King of Wands or King of Staffs, I feel like this is like maybe feeling like you're seen as boring or a lack of vivaciousness, right? A lack of sort of that big man on campus energy. And so you might be coming to this reading for reassurance. And so that's why I'm saying all of this shadow stuff, because I feel like the shadow stuff that's coming up that sounds like an underhanded compliment is actually things you are a little insecure about. So I'm giving you reassurance that like that thing you're insecure about is actually the thing that makes you lovable, because when we are our authentic selves, even the flaws that we have, even the imperfections that we have, are going to attract the right people who need them. It cut out. I hate it when it does that. I don't know where I was. Doesn't matter because I was rambling. But let's get on to more of it. We have Justice reversed. You could be a Libra with this King of Swords and Justice reversed. I don't know how far I got, but I was saying that I feel like I attracted those who came to this reading because they were insecure about what others could find lovable about them. So it might seem like an underhanded compliment, but these are actually what people find lovable about you, because like the thing that you are insecure about is actually the thing that people love about you, right? And you just have to find like the higher octave of that. So when I see Justice reversed and we think of that Libra energy, I am thinking about standing up for people, right? Standing up for others, standing up for injustice. Sometimes with this Justice reversed, I'm feeling like you might feel like you go a little too far sometimes, and you might have like a flair for drama. Some of you, I know some of you might feel like you're boring, but others of you might feel like a little like melodramatic or drama queens. But I do feel like ultimately it's for fairness and justice for all. And that could be like just like your worldview, right? Like politics, or you know, taking in like baby stray animals or whatever you have, right? Or it could be you know, just everyday life, like you want things to be fair. But I feel like what people find lovable about you is that you will stick up for others, sometimes like stronger and more passionately than you stick up for yourself. And so I think the insecurity you have is actually something others would like to see in you, right? They would like to see, even if you make missteps, even if you go a little too far, they like to see that passion in you, right? Instead of like this cold person all the time. We also have Death reverse. So transforming. I feel like this is Scorpio energy. I feel like what makes you lovable is that you transform situations, people, things, events in your life from one thing to another. With this Six of Swords energy, this is about moving from one place to another, right? And I was saying what makes you lovable is that you don't let people get things by you. You don't let people sweep things under the rug. But that ultimately, that disciplined, like will not give up energy helps others transform, helps others go to the next phase of their life, right? So that we can move on, because whenever you do sweep things under the rug, you can't really move on because there is an injustice there, right? So I feel like what makes you lovable is that you make sure that things are equal, things are right, things are fair, and that any thing opposite of that, wrongness, evil, corruption, you know, anything like that, you make sure that it's transformed into a just and fair outcome, right? Yeah, let me know if that resonated. Love you very much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. Love you very much. Bye. Pile number 2. What makes you lovable? What makes you lovable? Pile number 2. What makes you lovable? What makes you lovable? Pile number 2. What makes you lovable? I hope you guys can't hear my dog slurping her water. What makes pile 2 lovable? What makes pile 2 lovable? Tell us, Spirit. Thank you. Appreciate it. This rounds with more met running out of God and gives God-given guidance for the highest good of all. For pile number 2, what makes them lovable? 2 more shuffles. The Emperor reversed. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the Hanged Man reversed. Aries and Pisces energy. Devil. Capricorn and Scorpio energy. High Priestess, more Pisces energy, excuse me. And the 4 of Pentacles reversed. For pile number 2, what makes you lovable? I feel like you have an ability to make people lose control. I feel like you might be, you might feel like a safe harbor to a lot of people. And so you can enable them to lose control and to have fun because you will always be that stable person. I feel like you get people to tell you their secrets because they feel like you can read their mind. I do have to talk about the devil in regards to this whole stability thing, because sometimes the devil can talk about codependency, and I do feel like you are sort of the codependent martyr in this situation, where you might, some of you, this isn't going to apply to everyone, but some of you might enable people to be addicts and to lose control because they can always rely on you to be there for them, right? So you might need to practice some tough love. I see like 3 tough love cards, and yeah, some addiction cards. The Hanged Man is addiction energy. The devil is. Also want to say, I learned the other day that and this was just a tweet, so don't take it as like scientific fact, but it said that love in the brain doesn't show up as an emotion, it shows up as an addiction. Like, as far as, okay, sorry about that, we keep clicking out. But yeah, loved, according to a tweet, so research it if you want, doesn't show up as an emotion, but it shows up as an addiction, and that definitely resonates, right? Because we do feel that addiction to other people. So if it's not outright substance abuse, drugs, alcohol, gambling, shopping, any of that, then you know, it could just be like addicted to love, right? You, people are addicted to your love. Your love is addicting, right? We have the 10 of Cups here, right? The 10 of Cups is like that perfect happily ever after. There is a lot of masculine energy, so if you are a guy and you picked number 2, I would be interested to see. If you're a woman too, I would be interested to see. If you picked this pile, we do have the High Priestess. She's very feminine, but this is just strong male energy, and especially this guy, kind of a stingy ass, right? But yeah, there's strong masculine energy. So I know that a lot of guys watch my tarot videos. It's hard to believe, I know, because it's a female dominated sort of niche thing, but I know a lot of guys do. So if you picked pile number 2, please let me know. Sorry for the rambles. Let's get back into it. So yeah, you are lovable because you are such a stable person. People can see you as their happily ever after. People can lose control with you. You are someone who is steady, who has a job. You might be a bit of a workaholic, but you bring home the bacon, right? It might also mean that you have to be a little controlling. It might also mean that you have to have that tough love every now and then, right? But that's what it takes to provide that stability. And that they can lose control and they can tell you their secrets, right? So I feel like you can bring out like every facet of someone, right? Like you can bring out like their best and their worst in them, and so that's really attractive to all involved. Let me know if that resonated. I love you very much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and if you'd like a personal reading, check the description box below. I love you. Bye. All right, pile number 3. What makes you lovable? What makes you lovable? Please surround us with the warm, loving light of God and give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all. For pile number 3, what makes you lovable? What makes pile number 3 lovable? What makes pile number 3 lovable? Boop, boop, boop. One more shuffle. I don't say this often, but I feel compelled to say anyone who is annoyed by the shuffle right now, I have to tell you, like, shuffling is therapeutic for everyone, right? It helps me like absorb your vibes, and it helps me like get rid of any like stuff from the last reading, from anything else, and give you the best possible reading. So whenever a reader is shuffling, respect the vibes. Because we're all in this together. I gotta pick up like so many people's vibes, right? So I gotta make sure it's all shuffled. So let's see, what makes you lovable? We have the Empress reversed. We have the 3 of Cups, the 5 of Cups. We have the Moon reversed. We have the 8 of Swords reversed. And we have the 7 of Wands reversed. I feel like this is damsel and energy, like damsel in distress energy. Let me see. I feel like you might be sort of a needy person. We have a lot of feminine energy here. Signs, we have Taurus, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, so I feel like what makes you lovable is in a crowd, you stand out. I feel like whenever you are having fun with your friends and you're light and you're laughing and you are silly and having fun, then that's what makes you the most attractive. So whenever you are single and wanting to attract love, the best place is to go out with your friends. Also, if you are mad at your boyfriend, then the best thing to do is to have a girls' night, and that laughter will shake up your energy so that you will be more attractive, right? Because I do see that there might be some problems with, there is some damsel in distress energy, and that is attractive, but you don't want to like cross the line, right? You don't want to like take advantage. And also, you don't want to be out of alignment. Did you hear that? I'm having a meditation in the background playing on YouTube. It's like a open up your heart chakra meditation thing. It's music. But I said out of alignment, and it stopped because of the internet connection. Something to think about, because that was like a synchronicity to me. Just think about like out of alignment, because we have 2 cards. You might be a mom, want to be a mom. There's something about motherhood, something about children here. That could be one of the reasons that people find you attractive, is you have MILF energy, right? You have mom energy. But we have the moon here. The moon can talk about children, right? Menstrual cycles, woman's reproductive cycle. We also have the Empress here, which can talk about motherhood. But those are both reversed, so that concerns me a little bit about some unhealthiness in that area. Whether it is on the health front, it stopped again. On the health, so irregular periods, because it is stopping, right? Because the music's stopping, because it's irregular, the connection is disconnected. And one of the things I think to bring back that sort of being in sync, not being disconnected, is to go out with your friends. Also, I'm sorry if you're a guy and you clicked on this. It's a lot of girl talk, but I gotta say it. Whenever you go out with your friends, you sync on each other's cycles, right? So if you do have an irregular cycle, then you can sync on their cycle. But we have a lot of moons. Another moon here, right? We have a moon here and a moon here. So that is a double message, right? That like there's something about sisterhood and the moon to actually be with women, around women. I'm not going to say the VIRUS word, the COVID word, but social distancing, there's something to be said about being in groups of women and having that sync, having that a cycle you can depend on. So what is really interesting is we have this moon card here, and upright it shows a black cat and he's looking in the water, and it's a giant panther. But reversed, it's a black panther who is looking at a little bitty cat, right? And so I feel like that goes back to sort of these insecurities, maybe about womanhood. There's like a moodiness, right? It's like a hormonal moodiness thing. And I don't know if it is ancestral, if it is mental, emotional, if it is health, but it's something to consider. Yeah, just throwing it out there. I feel like what makes you lovable is The moodiness is attractive because it shows that you need someone. The moodiness is attractive because it shows that you care about someone. And the moodiness is attractive because it shows that you are a wild human, right? That you are a human being. You have emotions, right? We're animals with feelings, right? So, you know, work on what you can and, celebrate, you know, your strengths. But I feel like if you are experiencing some mood swings, then getting around the girls when you can will put you in the best mood. Let me know if that resonated. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. Bye. Pile number 4. What makes you lovable? Pile number 4. Whoop, whoop. I'm not going to take these. 8 of Cups reversed, Tower, King of Swords, 8 of Wands reversed, King of Cups, and the Devil reversed. We'll see if they come back up, but too soon, too soon. We gotta wear you in a little bit. What makes pile number 4 lovable? 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 One more shuffle. Thank you for your patience. We'll keep them those. We have the Star reversed and the 8 of Swords, Aquarius energy. Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy for me. 8 of Pentacles, excuse me guys, 6 of Wands. Ooh, 8 of Wands. Ooh. You guys are like superstars. You don't even know it. Superstars. You're going to have like a stroke of luck. People see you as really lucky, but I feel like they don't see the background work that you do. The 8 of Pentacles talks about hard work, and then the Wheel of Fortune talks about luck, right? Like it just falls into your lap. And there's definitely some of that. We see a blindfold here. I feel, and there's an 8 and an 8, right? We have an 8 here too. 8, 8, 8. But there's a blindfold here, so people don't see that you work really hard behind the scenes, and you might feel like, oh, when is my dream ever going to come? Because you have been putting in the work. You have been working so hard. And with this 6 of Wands, I'm getting, you might have Leo energy. I'm picking up Leo vibes. With the 6 of Wands, I feel like you are sort of a natural born leader, and people, like you just sort of shine everywhere you go, right? People know it, even if they don't express it. I feel like you are a star, you shine. I feel like also you lift others up, right? Like you recognize others, you like, credit where credit is due, right? Like you take your time to go out of your way to compliment someone, to give praise to someone if they did a good job, and to teamwork. I feel like you're a good like leader on the team, and you can really like motivate people, right? With the 8 of Wands, you may be a speaker, a communicator, a writer, motivational speaker, YouTuber, vlogger. You could be a podcaster, but something to do with words, communication. But how you deliver words is very powerful to others. It could be songwriting, it could be acting, it could be blah, 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 anything, right? I go down the list, but it has to do with words, I feel. For some of you, it could do with action. Action, what do I mean by that? Like, sports, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Action. You know what I mean. But again, with this 888, it's like you produce a lot of work. You could be a very prolific person, and like, you're lovable because you're always coming out with something exciting for people. But they don't see that you work like super, super hard. And you haven't even achieved like half of what you want, right? But people love you because you're just like a star. You shine bright, and they feel like they are lucky to be in your presence, and you compliment them, you lift them up, you inspire them, you motivate them, you make them feel like their best self, right? Oprah vibes with the star Aquarius. Really expansive. Yeah, you might even be like humanitarian, generous, right? With Sagittarius, Aquarius energy. So you might have that Oprah, like, look under your seat, you're getting a new car, right? But that kind of generosity could come with some traps, because some people give Oprah crap about like, oh, I got a new car, but I have to pay taxes. Boo! Or something like that, right? Or, I heard that she's mean to her staff. Boo! But like the overall scope is that she really inspires a lot of people, and she motivates a lot of people. I've thrown in negative stuff on all of the piles, but maybe you guys have come because you're feeling down on yourself and you want to me to remind you how lovable you are. So you need to be reminded, right? You are a star. You do shine bright. People see it. You are like needed in this world to spread your voice, to express yourself, to lift up others. And when you shine, we all shine. Let me know if that resonated. I love you very much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like personal reading, check the description box below. Bye. Pile number 5. What makes you lovable? What makes you lovable? What makes you lovable? Pile number 5. What makes you lovable? Pile number 5. What makes you lovable? One more shuffle. What makes you lovable? Pile number 5. The 7 of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Hanged Man. The 6 of Chalices. Pisces energy so far. King of Pentacles. King and Queen of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. What makes you lovable? Suspense. What makes you lovable? You are memorable. People remember you from like a long time ago, right? What makes you lovable is that you are always telling stories from back in the day, right? Always like revealing yourself and sharing things about yourself, opening up. You are a very good storyteller, and you might be very good with kids, but you're a very good storyteller, and you teach people lessons through your stories, through your experiences, and you take them on a wild ride. They can't wait to see what the end is, right? What the trick is with this Hanged Man card in this deck. It's kind of like it's a Houdini, who he's hanging upside down in a case full of water, and he is giving the people in the audience a really good show, right? Because he is giving them a suspenseful show. So you are always full of action and inventiveness in your storytelling, and you don't have to outright be a writer. You could be, but you don't outright have to be something big like that, but it could just be like how you tell a story at the water cooler, right? And really like make someone's day. Also, you are really lovable because people can count on you. You are really lovable because you always have a backup plan. You always have something saved. You always have something prepared. So if someone needs like a button replaced, you have a sewing kit in your desk. If someone needs, if someone chipped a nail, you have an emery board, right? Like you have everything that you have everything prepared. You also are never short on cash, short on money, and you are very thrifty. One shadow aspect is you might pinch pennies a little too much sometimes, but I feel like people admire that discipline about you ultimately. And your ability to try to get the best deal. But yeah, let me know if that resonates. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. I love you. Bye.